Today we are back out in the boat and we are planning to prove to the naysayers that you can catch mud crabs in winter. So there's a bit of a common myth going around that when the weather gets cold, the water temperature drops, mud crabs disappear. Well, today we are going to prove in this episode that that is not always the case. So we've got 8 pots on board. Got myself, IMAC, LMAC and NMAC as crew. We went down to the local fish shop and we've got some barramundi and dew frames. So we're going to get them in the pots, get them in the water, and over the next day or so we are going to turn them into mud crabs. Got the barramundi here, got the next pot. So yeah, this one here, this pot's a little bit different. It's got a big bag in the bottom here that the bait goes in. Hopefully it protects it from getting smashed up by the mud crabs. So looks like we've got enough of these big baits to go one in each pot. So, hey, Elmac.
Hello.
Hey. So yeah, we've got enough here. We're going to put one big bait in each pot. From there, we'll come back tomorrow, we'll rebait, we'll get some fresh stuff. Plan is now, get them all in the water. It's 20 past 3. I'm going to dawdle around and give them one quick check before I go home because I can't help myself. So that's the plan, guys. Going to get them all in the water now and I'll catch you for the first check. 4 in the water. We've got them spread out. We've got a couple on this side of the creek, a couple over this side. So we're just going to move them around. And like I said, we'll give them a couple of hours, give them a little test, and we'll see if there's any in any of them. And then hopefully we can hone in on an area and see if we can clean up overnight. All right, dude, send it. The other thing we're doing here while we're just setting up these early pots, I'm changing the depth. So I've got a couple in at a couple of meters. The ones over my shoulder that we put in the second lot, they're in probably about a meter, meter and a half. We're back on the other side of the river now. These ones are in a couple of meters. So see if we can alter the depth a little bit for these early ones, and we'll see if they're actually sitting at a particular depth as well. So yeah, really, you know, it's just a bit of trial and error, but I am sure we're going to dial them in pretty quick and be having mud crabs for tea tomorrow night. Oh, Mr. Pelican here following us around, thinks he's in for a feed, but sorry for him. Everything is going in this pot because DMAC likes her mud crabs. Righto, boys, send it. This one here is even a little bit shallower. We're right on a low tide now, but we're on about 0.6 of a metre. I don't know how clear this is going to come out, but water temp, 16.1. When we put our feet in the water at the boat ramp, 16.1 I think is probably a bit generous. It felt like about 6.1. So yeah, we're just going to bum around here for the next hour or so, slip back, have one quick run through of these pots this afternoon, and like I said, if we can find a spot that is seeming to work, well, we might even give them a little bit of a shift around, but that'll get us home before dark and a couple of beers, a bit of telly, and then we're going to hit it again in the morning. While those pots are just having a bit of a soak up there, we've just taken a run up to Lighthouse Reach here on Bribey Island. So getting off, stretching the legs at the Lighthouse Reach picnic area. Have a look at what we find just over here in the bush. Look at the size of this big kangaroo. He's a big unit. So I can get a little bit closer without getting into a fist fight with him. Absolutely beautiful. He's in such good condition here. So got ourselves, it's just a day picnic area here. Really, really well maintained by Parks and Wildlife here on the island. So some picnic tables. There's no toilets, but you know, that's fine itself. Just somewhere to get off the boat, stretch your legs, and a little bit of shelter here. So yeah, it's nice, just straighten the legs up. So yeah, we're just gonna have a bit of a wander around here and kill some time, then get back to the pots. Just about took one in the face. He's a bit out of practice, old Elmac. He's been a bit preoccupied of late, but it's good to have him back on deck. Nope, quick, get him back, dude. We'll go check the next two and get home before Pop freezes to death.
Me too.
Oh, you cold up there, champ?
I'm so cold I can't feel my body.
King of over-exaggerations. But it is a bit cool.
Whatever.
Whatever, Trevor. What a sunset. There's just not a cloud in the sky, so I think we're in for another cold night. One to go, up there in the distance. Send him in. All right, well that's us. They probably only had an hour or so, and we're right on the bottom of the tide, so not even a lot of tidal movement. So I think I was being a little bit over presumptuous, thinking we were going to fill the pots this afternoon, but you know what? That's all right. From here, back to the ramp, go home, a couple of beers, bit of dinner, and we'll be back in the morning to collect 1,000,000 mud crabs. Till then, see ya. Hey, good morning, crew. Sunshine Coast has switched on, another beautiful day. So, little change up of crew today. We've got D-Mac, L-Mac, N-Mac, and your boy A-Mac here. So, out here now, gonna check the pots, let them soak all night, and we'll see how they go. So, we'll probably give them a run through now. If the bait's still all right, chuck them back, and I'll probably slip back this afternoon with I-Mac when the other crew head off to go and watch the soccer. So, all right, let's get to this first one and see if we've done any good and if we are going to prove the naysayers wrong.
Oh my God, guys.
Woohoo! What do we got?
Catch crabs that don't have arse in them, Mum.
Yeah, wrong. What do we got in here? 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're all bucks. So, oh my God. First pot, 4 crabs. We'll get them all out in the bucket here and we'll start working our way through them, and hopefully there's 1 or 2 legal ones at least. Crab number 1, he's a buck because he's got the V on him. We go across to mud crab settings. Oh yeah. There you go, crew. First one. All right, bucket Nashi. All right, you hold that lock. I think this guy here is going to be a little bit small. Buck. Yep. So we're on the mud crab setting here, guys. And see here, he's well and truly too small. So back he goes. See you next time. These others are going to look pretty close to small as well. Uh-oh. Next one, mud crab setting. Oh, it's a good one. Just in is like just out. But there you go. That's a buck as well. Got the V. He's a bit dirty underneath and nice and firm. So full of meat, but it's legal. So that's 2 in the bucket. But this guy here, he's going to be too small, I think. Oi. Yeah, I know, he's been locked up in there with those other crabs for a little while. He's got a bit of an attitude, this boy. Yeah. We'll put him on the back. Too small. Back he goes. Oh, what a start. First pot, 4 crabs, 2 in the bucket, 2 back in the water. We'll get this one out and get on to the next one. So there you go, guys. If I get no other crabs, you've seen it. Mud crabs in winter. Let's go. All right, we've made our way over to the next pot. So we got Elmac back on the hook here. I think he thinks he's a bit lucky. So, oh my gosh.
Oh. Crab!
What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one under there, 7. Now I reckon Jenny, the big ones all look like Jennies. So not even going to bother trying to sort them out and try and measure them because they're no good. They're all the big ones. Yeah, mate. All the big ones are Jennies there, so get them back in the water as quick as we can. But promising again. Let's go. Oh my God. Ah, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in that one pot. There's a bit of a mixture here. I think this guy up here might go legal. Most of them look like small Jennies. So I think I might shift this pot and put it back over the other side there where we got all those bucks. But geez, 11 crabs in one pot. They're here. Just need to filter through all these Jennies and the ones that are small, and we're going to get a nice feed of bucks out of this. So there's 4. This one up the front here, I think, is a Jenny. So there's 4 small ones, there's some Jennies here. So there you go, Elmac, tip them in. Watch your fingers, nice and gentle. All right, that's them gone. Whack it back, let's get through a few more. Oh, there's a nice copper buck down here too. So we might get a couple out of here. So, yeah. Shame she's going back. But this one here's a buck. I've got a feeling it's going to be a little bit small. I'll get a hold of him so I don't get bitten. Look at that, guys. That's that one I was talking about. There we had one that was just over. That one's one of the just unders. So back it goes. You can tip that one in, Elmac. Oh, the next lot. So they're all Jenny and little. Look at that. That's another 3 back. So we've just got to work our way now through. There's 2 more bucks in here. This one here is going to be a little bit small. I'll just give him a little gentle wobble out. Hold that, buddy. Yeah. They've got a bit of attitude, these guys. Small, see ya. All the hopes are hinging on this one. Got his flipper cord here, so I'll just untangle him. There he goes. Yeah. He only got 1 nipper, so he's only half as dangerous, but he'd still do the damage. And what do we got? It's legal. 1 claw and a buck. Welcome aboard, you're coming home with us. So, in the bucket. All right, so yeah, I reckon we'll move this pot. That was absolutely stacked with crabs, but not much good if they're little like that or Jennies, so we'll stick this one maybe over with the others in that rocky area, see if we can turn it into bucks. So we had a little change of plans. We were going to put this pot back over the side here where it was rocky, but having a look at the depth, the water was just too deep over there, and we've only got a short rope on this one, and I don't want to have it drift away and lose the pot. You know, lost pots end up with all kinds of sea life caught in them and dying, so we're going to make a smart choice. We've come to a little bit of a different spot, but still in the same vicinity, and we're going to put it in a little bit shallower water so that it doesn't float away, and we can come back and hopefully get some crabs out. So send it, bud. Okay, so we've got 4 more to check. We've got 1 just up here, then we've got 3 back over on the other side, and that's us. So the plan is, guys, a chili crab cook-up. So what we're going to do is we'll get them home, We'll put them in the freezer, put them to sleep nice and humanely before we tear the shells off them and enjoy their insides. So get on to these last 4 pots and hopefully we add a bit more to the cook-up. All right, so we're just rolling up on the next pot. Hang on, I don't think this one's ours. This one's not ours. So I thought it was. I thought one of ours had drifted across. So what it means is someone's pinched one overnight because we had 2 set down there in that rocky area. There's only 1 now, so I had that and I got those 3 because we put out 8 with iMac yesterday. So one's gone missing. Someone's decided to help themselves to my crab pot. So unfortunately, guys, there's a bit of that goes on here and it's just really not necessary. You can see there's plenty of crabs for everyone. Just leave our stuff alone and I guarantee you, like that one there, we come up close, we saw it's not ours and we leave it alone. It's just what we should be doing for each other. So anyway, we'll get on to these last 3. See if we can turn them into a few more. This one's ours, got our name on it, champ. Now, we have had them here before and I have found that they do attract jennies in this spot. So I thought a little change of water temperature and we got a little bit bigger tide. So I'll give it another chance, but if these produce jennies, they're gonna get shifted here. I'm not gonna waste all day catching things we can't keep. 1, we don't want to hurt or damage them, and 2, it's a waste of time.
Oh, I do see crab.
Oh!
Yes.
Good one. Holy.
Buck. Massive buck.
Well, I take back what I said, guys. We'll put this one back because this guy is an absolute horse of a crab, if there's such a thing. So here we go, D-Mac. I'll drop him into this bucket here. And boys, keep your hands away from this one, okay? Because
This one will eat your hands alive.
yeah, he'll have a proper attitude, this dude.
What's the point of measuring?
He's big and strong and angry. Because I want to show everyone, dude, how big he really is. Have a look at this. Well and truly a legal mud crab. So look at that, guys. He's got his V here, his copper, he's got his cross. This dude has it all going on. So in the bucket, and we will get on to the last couple of pots. So as you saw, that one went back. Hopefully we go and catch his mate. Anything, bud?
Yep, there's a couple in there. Let's see if there's a couple of bucks.
Yeah, they're all bucks, but I think all but one here is definitely going to be too small. There you go. Nash, you want to tip them back in, bud?
Well,
They're all definitely gone.
I'm getting another time.
That's it.
Lot bigger.
We'll see them another day. Then we've just got
Lot bigger.
this one here. There you go, buddy. You want to put the tie back on that? We'll spin him around. I think this guy's going to go pretty close, actually. So we got the V underneath, over to the mud crab side, and it's a good one. Woohoo! Look out, oh no, the bucket's moved. Don't let him bite you.
Need a bigger bucket.
Don't let him bite you on the bum there, Locke. Make sure he goes in. Yes, we will. So we'll transfer them all over into this styrofoam box when we get moving again. All right, dude, let him go. And that way then we can put the lid on, because have a look at this, guys. That there, guys, is a bucket full of winter Sunshine Coast crabs. So
Bucket full of bucks.
there's a bucket full of bucks, all right. So pretty confident. There's a leave pass coming again from D-Mac, so that's what we're after. Righto, last one, guys. Let's check it. Go home, have a bit of lunch, and come back this afternoon. So yeah, we're gonna stop on the way too, and we're gonna get some fresh bait. So I'm gonna run these this afternoon. When we come back, we'll put some fresh bait in it. I'll leave them out. I'll probably come, I might even check them tonight when it's dark and just see who's hanging around and touching our pots. Otherwise, we'll be back out in the morning to pick them up and we'll take them home because tomorrow's Sunday and we're going to have enough for a good feed after tomorrow. So yes, last one and then new bait time. So as we talked about yesterday, we just use fish frames. I do like mullet. They're a bit oilier and they seem to really do well, but these barramundi and dew frames have done pretty good this time. So, you know, who's to argue? So, all right, last one, then we're going home. And we use a gaff for hooking the float ropes too. It's good. We don't have the crocodiles to negate down here like you do up North Queensland, but it just means that we don't have the kids having to reach as far out of the boat.
It's kind of stuck under.
So this one's a little bit tangled up. There he is. Yeah, so we don't have the kids having to reach as far out of the boat and we don't have to risk them falling in. Even though I think sometimes we'd like to lose them, but at the end of the day, D-Mac's probably opposed to that, so we'll take them home. 5 nice crabs to take home, so yeah, plan will be shoot back in and come back this afternoon. See you then. We are back for our little afternoon session. Going to collect them up, see how we go. Change of crew again. We got IMAC back with us, LMAC, and the rest of the crew are off at soccer. So yeah, we're just going to check it out, see what we got. We got some nice fresh bait here. I'll show you. Thanks to the guys at Daniel Street Fish Markets. Shout out to them. Not supported, but there are always plenty of crab bait for us. So yep, we're going to get these checked now and see if we can turn them into some more mud crabs. Nothing. Well, that's it, guys. Swing and a miss. Nothing in any of those pots, but the bait was a bit tatty, so just loading it up here with some fresh bait. Leave them out tonight. We'll be back in the morning and hopefully an overnight. A couple of tide movements and a bit of night time will be all that it takes to top up the 5 we've already got. That's us, guys. Beer o'clock. See you tomorrow. Today is day 3, so going to go and check the pots now for the last time. We're going to run through them, pull them up and bring them home. So whatever's in them today is in them. Prepping ourselves for the big chili mud crab cook tonight. So D-Mac is off to the shops. We've got the old LMAC with us for this trip. So yeah, we're going to get these pots in. Hopefully we get to add a few more to the count. First one of the morning. This is the one that was full of, it's had 4 big bucks in it yesterday. So hopefully today
One. Singular.
there's one in there. He's missing a nipper and it's a Jenny, so all right, we're going to send her back and get on to the next one. So this one had 11 in it yesterday, so there's a fair bit of pressure for this one to produce the goods as well.
It's heavy.
That's good, mate. It's a big pot, this one. Hey!
Crabs.
How many we got in here today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's one there. It's got really little nippers. I bet it's a Jenny. Yep. The one, Jenny. The ones that I think were going to be keepers are going to be Jennies. So send them back. It's not looking promising, but we're only 2 in. We got a feed yesterday, so anything today is just a bonus. All right, what do we got here, Elmac? Is he a keeper?
It's a keeper.
That's it. That's what we want to see. All right, so we might have to sacrifice your drinks, Esky. Nah, I'll put him up the anchor well.
Nah, that's all right.
Sit him up there.
He's gone anyway.
All right, next one. So we had another pot go missing last night. So our 8 was 7 and now 6. So second last pot. Hopefully it's got another crab in it. This is the spot that had the big buck in it yesterday, so hopefully we grab another big one out. Another good one. And it's a buck. Hey! All right, so that spot's produced another buck, so we'll get him into the styrofoam box, check he's legal, get this bait out because it absolutely is putrid now. Get on to the last one. Good to go, Elmac?
Legal.
You! Another legal one in the boat. Got Mr. Pelican here's joined us. So that's spin around. That's two up in the anchor well. We got one pot over here. Let's go. Oh, another nice big buck there. Got a Jenny. $2 under the fish there. So same thing, guys. We'll get them sorted and we'll have a look at if they're legal.
I said 3. So this one's
All right, what do we got in here, Elmac? Well, I think these are going to be a little bit small. That one will be too small, bud.
Too small.
Both of them?
Yep.
All right, send them back. Send it back. Done. Well, that's it. We've got the 6 pots back on board. Out for 2 nights and had 2 stolen. So all I can say to those grubs is I hope you pinched your fingers pulling my pots in. Anyway, we're going to go home now. We've got 2 more to add to the collection. We'll go home, put them to sleep, and then same as the other ones, we're going to have a nice feed on their insides. So turn them into chili mud crabs, and I'll see you back tonight for the cook-up. Welcome back. So like I said, going to do a little bit of a chili crab cook-up tonight. Surprisingly, after the last crabbing episode, I was talking to a few people about how I ended up cooking them, and they said, oh, they were interested in me putting a little bit of it together. So here it is. Chili crab. It's pretty basic, and everybody's going to have just about all of these ingredients in the cupboard at home. So it's not really extravagant. It's not super crazy. Pretty basic, like I said. So I've got the crabs. I cleaned the crabs up off camera because I didn't think YouTube would be very happy watching me actually rip the shells off these things. So they're pretty easy. Put them on their backs, fold the flap down and just lever the shell off. Crack it in half, give it a wash out, and that's what we end up with. The other thing that I do is get the pliers and just crack the shell. So as it cooks, all of these flavors actually infuse in through the shell, in the meat, and they come out absolutely primo. So the actual ingredients we're going to use are obviously crabs. We've got some shallots, chilies, some chicken broth, some peanut oil, soy, ginger garlic, sweet chili, tomato, and a bit of brown sugar. So what I'll do is I'll actually put the recipe up here somewhere so you can actually see what it is. I'm going to double the recipe today because the recipe was designed for blue swimmers, which are a much smaller crab, so we still get the benefit of all that flavour. I'm going to double it, but I'll put the basic recipe there and you guys can go nuts on it. So plan of attack, oil in the wok, we'll put the crabs in there, we'll let it just start cooking on its own, so probably 6 to 7 minutes, cycling the lid on and off, give them a stir up, get them the cook process well underway. So then after that 6 or 7 minutes, we're going to start adding all the flavour ingredients and the magic's going to happen. So yeah, nothing left to do now, guys, but to start the cooks. Okay, so like the recipe called for, oil in, let it go until it's just steaming. So now we're going to slowly start adding the crab. Right, so plan of attack is stir them around a little bit. So we're just going to move them around in the pot. Get them all covered. Lid on, and we're just going to steam them in there. That thing is absolutely ripping hot. So like I said, 6 or 7 minutes. We'll turn it over a few times. Then we're going to start adding all the ingredients. So I'm just going to let this run, and I'll bring you back as we start to make all the magic happen. I know I said I was going to wait until the crab's cooked to bring you in, but I just couldn't help myself. I've set up the GoPro here just on top because these things, as they're cooking off, are looking absolutely amazing. So I'll stitch a little bit of this magic in and you can see how they're traveling. All right, so I did actually give these a little bit longer than 6 or 7 minutes. They just needed it. When they're cooked through, you'll see that the meat turns from that sort of translucent, cleary kind of white colour to a nice white. You'll actually see when it's cooked. It's a bit like chicken. So I gave them a little bit longer, probably 10 minutes. So now it's time to start adding all the other ingredients. So these things are smelling absolutely amazing. We've got the crab in there. The recipe talks about finely chopped garlic. I'm just using store-bought, already chopped because I'm lazy. 1, 2, and like I said, I'm doubling the recipe because I'm using bigger and a bit more volume of crab than they talk about. So, the ginger, got some really nice chopped up chilies here, scatter them around. I left the seeds in just for a little bit of extra love. We've got, wash that off, tomato sauce. Okay, a little bit of sweet chili. Once again, just a basic store-bought. The thing that I liked about this recipe when I found it is all stuff that we would just have sitting around. I've got to put a little bit of brown sugar in, so I'll do that before I make the spoon wet. Break that up. Right. Brown sugar just for a little bit of sweetness. Bang. Chili sauce. 1, 2, 3, and a little bit of good luck. Okay. Bit of soy. Not going to get too carried away with it. Just a little drizzle, just for a little bit of saltiness. Now the recipe doesn't call for this, but I'm just trying to balance it out. There's a lot of sweetness in there, so I'm just trying to balance it a little bit with a little bit of salty. So you can always add a bit more later. Don't get too carried away. And then we've got about 2/3 a cup. I'm just guessing here, guys. A little bit more because it'll cook out. There we go. The chicken stock. And got some shallots chopped up here. So I'll just lay a few of these in here for a little bit of flavour while we're cooking. Give this a big stir around. In about probably 3 to 4 minutes, I would say this is going to be done. So, oh yeah. Switch over to this camera here so that you can see what's happening, but just gently stirring it all around, getting all of that juice all the way through it. like so. So we're just going to give it 3 or 4 minutes now, then we're going to get them off, plate them up, and bon appetit. The one main ingredient I actually forgot to, it was quite silly of me, a beer for cooking. I totally let it slip my mind, but don't want to dehydrate while you're in front of the barbecue here, guys. So anyway, we're going to knock this beer over and be back with you in a minute. Crabs are cooked. D-Mac's been in there. She's made herself up a nice little bowl of nice fluffy rice. Time to get these out. See, they've gone beautiful and red, and guys, if you could smell this right now, absolutely amazing. On the plate, bit of rice. Finished off with some shallots and a little bit of the broth on top. So there you have it, guys. Chili crab. I am sure that this is going to taste as good as it looks. So thanks for hanging in there. Like I said, this is the first time I've tried to do a bit of a cook up, so if it's something that you like, let me know down in the comments. I can happily do it again. I quite enjoy cooking the stuff we catch, so yeah, let me know. Thanks for hanging in there. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot to me. Really appreciate it. Until next time, guys, see you around.